We are live! Wait! Hello everyone! Welcome to my maybe new show. I don't know yet.
Look, there we are.
Yeah. It's called the TMI, the Too Much Information Show. And Mr. Shadowkaty told me he's got some stories to tell.
Oh,
Did he? Oh,
sister.
excellent. Because I've got nothing.
Well, then Shadowkaty can start.
Excellent.
Let's see. What should we start with?
You decide. It's your story.
Start with the worst one and lead up to the best. No, start with the best one. No, start with the mediocre one.
Mediocre one.
Can you decide, Spooky?
Well, no, I can't.
No, I know.
My most evil practical joke.
Oh,
But that one
What, that you carried out or that someone did to you?
that I carried out.
Oh, go on.
All right. I came home one day. My girlfriend's in the shower. I didn't say anything. I just took my shoes off, and I hear from the shower she's going, "Nels?" I was preoccupied. I didn't say anything, and then I hear a few seconds later she goes, "Honey, is that you?" So I noticed that my violin was sitting there. So I went over and picked up the violin and kicked the bathroom door open and went in playing the those screechy things from the movie Psycho in the shower scene. That tweet, tweet, tweet.
I was going to guess that. That's exactly what I would have done if I had
You
a
did
lover,
a Psycho.
shower, and a violin.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I got punched and kicked and cursed at, and she was laughing and punching and
Who would have
kicking.
attacked you? Who would have attacked someone that came in playing an instrument? Clearly, they're too busy to harm you.
Well, I was holding the fiddle. I couldn't really defend myself.
What instruments do you teach?
All of them.
A lot of them, yeah. I started with the guitar when I was in.
Flute, he does the flute. He does a bit of mandolin. He does the ukulele. He does the guitar. He does the piano and other stuff.
Does he do the violin?
No.
I do more folk fiddling than conservatory type stuff.
Yes. Anything that I missed?
Saxophone.
Oh, saxophone. Yes.
You know
of course.
more than
Saxophone.
I do, Spooky.
Well,
We've sit down this before.
Is
I
this
listen.
due to you lurking sometimes?
No, we conversed, and I remember, unlike some people.
Well, I'm always too drunk to remember.
I was going to say that, but I'm so far too nice.
Far too nice.
I said it. I can't remember much what we talked about last time, I must admit.
Do you know who we are?
No? Who are you?
No.
Oh. Yeah. You're my friends.
What's your favourite musical instrument to play?
Me?
No. How many musical instruments can you play?
Probably the guitar, the classical guitar.
Oh, nylon string.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yes, I started off on one of those. That's the thing about the nylon string guitar though is like the neck is so wide, it makes you really stretch for those notes. Generally.
Sorry if I turn my head sometimes, but I got YouTube on my other screen.
Oh,
Well,
Angie likes the saxophone. She says, "Ooh, saxophone, nice."
No, she says saxophone.
Oh, saxophone. Yes, you're right.
Angie! Come on in. I got 2 slots open.
For all.
If the guys want.
How did your quiz go today? Oh yes. Why is it Mr. Cripple? And why is it never? Why is it? It's never going to be a quiz. It's never going to be an actual quiz, is it? It's always going to be silly questions, isn't it?
Right now it is.
No, look, I have. Look, these are the quiz questions.
Proper quiz.
Yeah, this is a proper quiz questions.
Like, what's the capital of X, and what's the covalent bonding of carbon, or that sort of thing?
What would a mahout drive in India?
Elephants.
You can't drive it.
Which company owned the Titanic?
White Star.
Mm-hmm. What does VGL stand for in a dating advert?
Very good looking. I don't know. No more questions, because I'm gonna. Are those answers correct?
Yes, every single one.
Fantastic. I'm gonna.
Holy,
You just tell me when the quiz is, because
Wait there. Who requires 2/3 plus 1 of the vote to be elected?
that would be 2/3 plus 1. The Prime Minister.
No.
Damn. What about the Speaker?
No.
Oh. Go on.
You're thinking too British centric.
Oh, then it's the American versions thereof.
No.
Oh, gosh darn it. Well, I can't get every answer right.
You're doing so well.
I know. Oh, no, I want to know, though.
Pope.
Oh, God, yeah, it would have taken me a while to get down to the Pope. 2/3 plus 1. Oh, right.
What is that green screening? Yes.
And do you have is there an actual quiz day planned, or is it just like there for a rainy day?
I'm trying to find participants, but I'm seriously thinking that you're going to be one of them now.
Yes, please. I mean, proper quizzes I quite enjoy. Those stupid, bloody open moral questions they're just too much for me. I tried being nice and like thinking of like the most moral answer or what I actually would do, whereas I think you just have to be funny or evil or like adopt some sort of persona. But then you got to. No, I'm terrible at that.
No, you're not. You're good at that. You're so good at that.
I'm not.
You really are.
I'm not. I'm much better at the quiz, honestly.
I need to find 2 more people then.
Oh.
And then I'll do it.
Oh, that looks like a nice guitar behind you, Mr. Kitty. Looks like F holes in it. F.
Yes, it's a Gibson.
Oh, proper old as well. Is it?
I've had it about 20 years.
Dang it, I just thought I saw a spider the size of my dog. Turns out it's my dog.
That's lucky. That's very lucky.
It was a
Let's
little
put it this
dog.
way. If you had a spider the size of your dog there, yeah, I'm running.
Yes,
I would definitely run too.
it sounds like one of your bloody stupid questions. If you had a spider the size of a dog, or the dog a spider,
Would you
I do
run?
not sound anything like that.
no, sorry, that was
Why are you laughing?
just a silly voice back. Who are you talking to, David?
Caroline.
And is Caroline the name of your cat?
Caroline will shout if you ask her nicely.
Caroline, what?
Shout.
Oh, interesting. Oh, talking cats, nice. Hello, Caroline.
Angie's still waiting for TMI.
Yeah.
Oh, about.
How many legs has your dog got?
4.
Uh,
That seems very boring.
But I saw him out of the corner. I was just like, I saw something black.
Yes, you'd have to have 2 dogs, really, wouldn't you, to make up for the number of legs
Good son.
Yeah.
situation?
How? No, it's gone.
How now, Bronco? What?
My T-shirt
why are
is
you
completely unique
squeaking?
in the world.
Why are you
Completely what, sorry?
squeaking?
Unique.
Is it? Why so?
Because no one else bought one.
It's the Critical Cripple shirt.
No, it's from Jay before he changed his channel name.
Ah, yes.
So it's got ETC. So it's got. Wait there. I go up to there. It's got the ETC logo on it.
Uh-huh.
The right way around.
Ooh. Ah.
Yes, I was really into conspiracies, but for some reason I never quite got round to listening to a lot of them.
Did you? What's the craziest conspiracy you believed?
Oh, I believe.
I still believe.
Well, no, I can't say that, but I was a flat earther for about 2 weeks, but only because I was like, it was just so entertaining. It was like, oh my God, this is so good. I love a conspiracy. I love them all. And I am gullible. I'm very, very gullible, but I know I am. So I take it all with a pinch of salt as well. It's like, you can't quite believe it. But yes, Flat Earth was a good one. The moon landing.
Dictionary.
Sorry?
I wonder when they're going to add gullible to the dictionary.
I've heard that before, you little ribber. Pipe in any time, you two. It's okay.
Why are you squeaking?
We lost Linda to the dogs.
Yeah, haven't we just? And Mr. Shadow Kitty's just sitting there looking all handsome and old.
Oh, thank you.
Why Shadow Kitty?
Oh, I'll tell you. No, let him tell you.
Why I'm old?
No.
Why are you called Mr. Shadow Kitty? Even though anybody who knows you knows it.
Well, it is my cat, but I was going to use Shadow and it was taken. It was like, okay, Shadow Cat, taken. And everything I tried was taken. And then finally, like, okay, try Mr. Shadow Kitty. And it's like, welcome, Mr. Shadow Kitty. And that's how it was really a backup account. And my primary one I got locked out of because I didn't respond.
Oh.
You see, I ended up with Critical Cripple because it wasn't my main account. It's technically, I suppose, it's not my main account, although it seems to have become that because I was trolling Trump. I wanted an account that I could troll Trump and I didn't care about losing. And I went for Critical Cripple because I knew it would annoy people. Don't like using the word cripple.
Are you, in fact, a cripple?
Yes.
Ah, are you critical?
Immensely.
Ah, well, it's at least it all fits together then. Yeah, well, cripple is one of those words, isn't it? So you don't.
Yeah. But it's one that most people that are cripples are quite happy to use themselves.
Are they? Ah, is it? Ah, I didn't know that. Sort of take ownership sort of thing.
Yes. But especially if you get conservatives tend to be very iffy about using it. They will come up with any variation on my name to avoid saying cripple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, ever going through names, both Spooky and Bed Hair were both workplace nicknames. I always liked Spooky because, like, oh, that's quite a cool nickname. But Bed Hair isn't, and I hated it. But I decided to own it, and I sort of shoved them both together into sort of works.
Do you still have hair?
Oh, I do.
Does it still look that bad in the morning?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Well, basically, it sort of was like plastered, was sort of flouncy, but plastered to the side of my hand. And
So when are you going to come on camera?
Oh, sorry, I managed to lower my volume. When I get a camera, maybe.
You've got a camera.
Have I?
Yes.
What makes you say that? Hang on, what makes you say that?
You've told us.
No, I haven't, because I haven't.
Yeah. Yes, you have.
No. I basically tell the truth because if you lying, you've got to remember the lies and all that. No.
How did you record your video?
Oh, via my phone.
So you have a camera?
Well, on my phone, but that's not like a US sticks into your USB slot and there I am. Is
Mr.
it?
Shadow Kitty, what are you
Hello.
on? What device
I'm
are
on
you
the phone. I'm just on a phone.
Yeah, but listen to the. I mean, you get a lovely picture, but the sound quality is crap.
That's the room he's in.
Oh, tour of the building. That's nice. We're having a tour of the building. Look at
What, my
that.
building?
The name thing, I guess.
Oh yes, Linda. Where did you get your a bit of tea and Danish from? Whilst we get a tour.
Wonder Lady Faye.
Oh, what? She just named you that.
Yeah, she just came up with it. I said something with tea, and then she.
And there is a Danish connection, I believe, an obscure Danish connection.
They pretend to be from Danishland.
She's a Great Dane.
She's a Great Dane.
Ah, not quite.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of your husband. He's a Great Dane. I love your husband.
I do too.
I love him more.
Oh!
It's not a competition. No, but I've always liked Morton. He's a very nice fellow.
Now you have to compete with Donut Pit, I guess.
I'm
surprised he's not here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think
Pretty at work.
Yes. I
Yeah.
think that was the reason he wasn't coming on, was because he had to do a work thing.
Or he knows that Lucy's going to kill him if he comes on.
Oh, she was in the chat, wasn't she? I didn't say hello. Hello, Lucy.
Mhm.
I'm internet famous.
Hey. Well, you've been on a stream before Spooky.
Well, only Dave's quiz and a couple of GDC things, and only very recently.
But Mr. Shadow Kitty has only been talking to us in Discord.
Because I didn't think. I think this is the problem I've got with having a terrible memory. Is I couldn't remember whether or not I'd seen him before, but I didn't want to say anything in case I had.
No, because I am Mr. Shadow Kitty's biographer. And no, we've broken his cherry tonight.
Yeah, this is my first. Linda, you're my first.
Ooh,
How is it for you?
Let me know.
To be honest, I never really saw myself coming this far as to. I just was always entertained by watching everybody else on the streams, and I was just the whole Mr. Shadow Kitty persona was just being a atheist experience chat room troll. I never thought it would go past it. Not a malicious troll, just the chat rooms would always open up like 2 or 3 hours early, and people would come in and like, hi from Ireland, bonjour, and that was. So I started complaining about no litter box and stuff like that.
Excellent.
And it got popular. I ran with it.
And then you get told you were going to hell.
I am going to hell.
No, there's no hell, actually. I think we're probably in it now. Not the stream, I meant the lockdown.
People are going stir crazy.
They are a bit. Although I did go out today. Had my
You
mother.
didn't.
Well,
Protective gear.
Well, I did have my glasses on and a scarf around my mouth, but I didn't want to go out. My mum had she has various complaints and has a regular blood test at a local sort of hospital / walk-in centre.
Would that be an INR?
A what?
An INR.
I have no idea. What's an INR?
I have no idea.
Oh, and that,
Why
well,
did you say that?
No, I know what one is. I just don't know what it stands for.
oh well. Anyway, uh, I think I'll leave that to one side. Anyway, so we phoned them up the day before, and yes, she had to come in for it, but she had to like this regular blood test to do. She also had one from the doctor for some other bits that she wanted to do, and she also had one from another hospital for some cancer marker thing test. It's like, so I was like, okay, we went, and she had we had a letter the day before saying, oh, you must come in alone and nobody's allowed in. I was thinking, oh, fantastic. but I mean, she isn't well on her pins, so but she needed a bit of help. So we took her there, and on the door it said you're allowed one relative, and I thought, oh shit, I've got to go in now. So she went in. We went to the first desk and said, "Oh, do you have to be here?" And my mum held up the walking stick and says, "No, he can go." I was like, "Oh yeah, terrific." So she went in. She they did the blood test for the thing that they were testing. They did the blood test for the thing the doctor wanted, but they refused to take blood for the tumor marker things. It's like, what the fuck was that about? It's like ridiculous. So she's got to arrange another appointment somehow and go out again somewhere and face all that all over. It just seemed absolutely ridiculous. It's like they said, "Oh no, it's not our department or a different department." I was like, that's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just completely unnecessary. Oh yes, so that was my going out thing, but it wasn't a good cause.
So when are you next planning on going out?
Oh, I don't. Well, actually, I could have gone shopping today with Big Brother, but didn't. So because I just
Big brother
with my big brother, yes.
you got other brothers and sisters?
I've got a big brother, a little brother, and a little sister, and no big sister.
I'm going to be bad now. How old's your mother?
86. She was 86. Not this Tuesday, the Tuesday before.
Tell her we said happy birthday. Belated.
Well,
Explain to her who we are.
Well, first I'll explain the internet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she doesn't even work the remote control properly. I tell her, this is the up button and this is the down button for the channels. It's like, oh no, she memorizes all the fucking channels, doesn't she? And like presses random buttons to get to channels. It's like, oh mom. It's like, and she won't have me show her. Oh no. Oh, it's like just too tiring for her. Anyway, Mr. Shadow Kitty, tell us a story.
Oh, your story. Well, I can get out of the house a little bit. I can walk around. There's really no place to go, though. Everything's closed.
Are you still having people come for lessons?
Only through Skype. The last person that I had in the house was March 12th. There hasn't been another person in here since then. So we stopped cleaning the carpet, and yeah, we're looking like shut-ins now.
Oh, you're looking like my house, yeah.
Giving up on shaving.
I wish I could, but my mother is insistent. For some reason, she's always hated beards, and if it gets to a certain length, you just get it in the neck. And I'm only 56.
You're allowed to decide how your facial hair looks when you hit 50s.
Well, I'll introduce you to my mother, and you can have that debate. She shall win. Oh yes. Anyway, sorry. Oh God, sorry. Carry on, Linda.
I have to go. Grocery shop.
Yes. I was like I said, my next plan was my next move was to do some shopping tomorrow at some point because I couldn't be arsed with it today, and haven't really thought about what I need or want, and then like have a look at the shelves and see what they've got. Although it hasn't been too bad actually around here, I have to say.
Not here.
No?
Everything. Except hand sanitizer.
Well, there had to be something.
So we're going to expect you to be sending care packages soon then.
Gonna pay for it.
Oh my god! It's got a
We're
really
a charity case. Our streets are desolate.
What was that about toilet paper?
Stop listening to her. She's not here. We are bereft of toilet paper, she said.
Oh no! Oh, see, I'm doing okay for toilet paper. My little sister has a source. I don't ask how or where or why. I just gratefully receive.
We've started using the dog.
Fair enough.
The Jack Russell or are you just riding your German Shepherd?
Oh,
And still, I have to.
Put pictures in your head.
Basically, what you do is you put your leg either side of the German Shepherd's, but kind of with its neck, with its head pointed forward, and then you throw a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Do you use the tennis ball first?
Then you fall over and it hurt.
Oh, yes. You're in full control.
Huh?
You're in full control of the dog.
Oh.
Duh.
Oh, I'm just trying to stay positive. That was not got way much, too much water in.
Too much what?
Got too much water in his lung.
Oh. Uh-huh.
What's the cause of that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, is it a long-term problem?
Oh. Did he suffer from pneumonia at all?
Yes, he's good at some.
Oh. Oh no, right, no. I thought I've heard like a recent thing because I know like there's some
Nah,
sort of
no.
relationship between pneumonia and watery lungs and stuff, but I'm not a doctor.
What do you do, Spooky?
Oh, I'm resting. I'm resting. My last. Huh? Generally, my preferred occupation is fixing broken electronic stuff. Then I got a job testing. Well, they built and tested stuff for wind turbines. So it's like testing them at like 1,100 volts and 1,100 amps behind closed doors and stuff. And they sort of ran them for 20 minutes, and you took various temperature readings and whatnot. And if they pass certain parameters, then they'd go away. Then I was made redundant from that, and then I was
who was that for?
Well, it was a company called Converteam, a French company, but they were taken over by GE, and then they had us for 4 years, took our patents and made everybody redundant. They sent our stuff to Hamburg or Germany somewhere. Because they had a state-of-the-art workshop or state-of-the-art workplace there, whereas we were just like, although we were constantly making.
You were asset stripped.
You what?
You were asset stripped.
I'm not sure what their reasoning was. I think we were just a little place, and the German place needed some work. So, oh yes, let's close this place down and give it to this super duper super shiny place. It's like completely decimated. Because we're a small business, like only 240 people, I think, but we earned millions for them each and every fucking year, profitable as you like. We couldn't have asked for more. and yes, we still weren't good enough, and they closed us down. Bugger. So my last job was shacking. Was picking stuff for what are they called? Marks and Spencers. I did that for a little while, but then well, they got rid of a whole bunch of people, and I was one of them because I didn't, make the grade. I wasn't fast enough. I was a bit too dawdly for them.
So would you say you're an electrical engineer?
Yeah, some people would call me that. Yeah, or a diagnostic engineer, or a test and diagnosis, or test and repair, that sort of thing. Electronic stuff. That'd be my preferred thing. But I hadn't been looking very much or very hard. And then I thought, well, I must really start. And then then this occurred.
Did you do field work, or was it all in the lab?
Oh, it was all in the lab. I'm not a driver at all. I hate driving. I learned to drive late. The world is better off with me not driving. It was just like, went to the factory, went to the location, and worked there all day.
Mm.
Yes. Oh, the first job I had when I was doing electronic servicing, fixing broken bits. It was a 15-minute walk away from my house, and then they moved us to like 40 miles away. The bastards, absolute bastards. So we had to make your way there every day. Yes. I signed up. They had many options of because to entice people to go and stuff. They really boosted your pay. Like they increased your pay by from 12,000 to 18,000, and one of the options was to take a buzz for 2 years. They said they put a buzz for 2 years.
A buzz.
A bus. BUS. Yes, a BUS. And you could go there and take the bus there for 2 years, and eventually they realised that I was actually the only person who'd signed up for that, and that everybody else on the bus was getting a freebie. And so they said, "Oh well, we'll pay you a couple of hundred. Well, I think £100 a week, and make your own way down, etc." And I said, "Oh no, I signed up for the bus. I'm taking the bus." But it was just a ploy to increase the pay. It says that, oh, okay then. So they for like for a good 6 months or so, they gave me a taxi there and back every day. Oh God, gotta love it.
Dave,
Anyway, I've been
Dave
talking too much.
cannot stop asking questions.
Well,
Right.
I can't stop answering them.
He's fascinating.
Oh,
Fascinating. God, you've had a dull life. Oh, is that Mr. Shadow Kitty with Mr. Shadow Kitty?
It's the real deal here.
Fantastic.
He's my best buddy. It's 11 and a half years now.
we've had a black cat.
Did the dogs eat it?
We moved and he couldn't figure it out. Even though it was the same road, just far up.
Yeah.
Like, but he was too curious. So,
You know what they say about curiosity in cats?
That's okay. They got 9 lives.
I haven't seen him yet. Right on the big dog's one and a half birthday.
Ah.
A neighbor came knocking. You have a black cat.
Did you have a black cat?
Well, I think it's the one I've just buried.
Ah.
Oh. Dang it. What's the best cat?
So how
I
long?
have two cats buried in my garden.
How long do cats last on average, Mr. Shadow Kitty?
The longest I had one was 14 years and around 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
That was the fat one. You've probably seen the pictures of the fat cat. He was 34 pounds when he died.
I don't believe I've seen pictures of the fat cat.
Yeah, I've put him on the Discord page.
Oh, well, I must have then.
Actually, I put him on Twitter too.
Oh, well, I don't do much Twitter myself. I delve into it occasionally, but I don't scroll all the way down to all the unread things. I just, look at it until I give up.
So you just
I only got
open
on.
Twitter and then close it again.
Well, it's not quite that bad. Are you about to say something, Mr. Kitty?
Yeah, I was, but my short little span of attention just nixed it.
Oh.
Oh, Twitter. Why I'm on Twitter? Yeah, I don't do. I read through it every day a little bit, but I just joined it to keep in touch with everybody I know from the chat rooms. All you guys. All right, so a story earlier. I got a good one.
Go on.
It's back to the atheist experience and how the chat room would open up a few hours early.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the chat room there, and I looked over, and it was like, oh, Godless Iowan is doing a live stream right now, and he was doing the Book of Lot, talking about the Book of Lot. So I had the pop-out chat, so I was going from one chat to the other. And so he's talking about Lot and Lot's wife and all this, and I'm typing this stuff in here regarding Lot. And so, like, oh, this is the part of the story. This is the part where the girls get their dad drunk and have a three-way with him. And then I'm looking, I'm wondering why it's not coming up. And it's like, oh, I'm typing all this lewd stuff, and it's in the Atheist Experience chat room with no context. So I went to delete all of it as quickly as I could. But Hannah Anderson was like, oh, Kitty, my goodness. It's like, oh, great.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yes, Hannah Anderson's her name, isn't she? She gets around a lot. I know. Well, I know of her.
She's a smart cookie.
Oh yes,
you can have an intelligent conversation with her.
She hangs around some of the. Well, I'm not going to say no, yes, the globe earthers chats a lot these days. I've noticed, like Terry Davis's.
The Aussie fella.
Yes, him.
Oh, that dude with the chemtrails and everything?
Oh, I don't know about that. So he has an Australian flag because he's...
Yeah, and there's some sign that's hanging in the background regarding chemtrails.
I can't recall that. But maybe. But it's like, it would be... It sounds like his sort of thing.
Robert, now I want chocolate chip.
Robert, don't talk to me about Robert X. He never comes into the Discord. He never speaks.
That's because I'm busy with him in the private.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Oh.
Telling him to pop in.
Well, he must one day.
Right now he's sick.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, I've known Robert quite a long time. Or of Robert.
How long have you been around YouTube?
Oh, I don't know. Not as long as some, because when YouTube first came on, I ignored it for the first few years. I just thought it was, oh, that's not for me. That's, just, for kids or whatever. But then eventually I got into it. It must be, well, it seems like an age, but I guess it must be only about 4 years. I guess. Ah, but it could be 4 years, give or take a decade. I don't want to pin it down, but yeah, I'd say about 4 years.
Started getting to know you through more
Oh yeah, well, lovely Maud.
night.
Yes, yes. So you came to movie night quite late. No, no, no.
Me.
I don't mean. Yeah, you came to it. I mean, I noticed Maud there all the time, but I didn't notice you there
I
until.
wasn't there all the time.
How do you people do movie night?
I was sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. I've not been to a single movie night. You
Well,
talk about it all the time.
you've really
I've
got
not
to
been.
want it. You've got to find yourself awake at 5:30 in the morning. And and it's a weekend or a Friday night, I believe. Yeah, as a rule.
Mm.
But a very good chat. Very good chat. I haven't been around as much since poor Strike went.
Mm.
He lived 2 miles from me.
Oh yes, of course.
Did you not meet him?
I may have, because he was loosely affiliated with the Red Bank Humanists, and I met a lot of people there. It was like, "Hi, I'm so and so," and I could have met him and not even realized it.
Have you met Jess since?
We have not met yet. She actually has my phone number. I gave it to her through Twitter. I said, next time you're out and you're up our way, like give me a call. Let me know. We'll go for a walk together.
I saw
Because she's
that
practically
somewhere.
a neighbor.
I must have read that tweet actually, or part of that tweet saying we'll have to go for a social distance walk sometime.
Oh yeah, we had a social distance cocktail party on the street last week.
Nice.
Yeah, taking up half the street.
You're just sitting out front.
Well, my neighbor's house, but we pretty much, like I said, we took over the whole street. Like, okay, stand over here. I'll stand over here.
Oh.
We won't swig from the same bottle.
What are you thinking about, Dave?
Someone that used to bake cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Me? No, I can't bake.
Oh, you look like a master baker to me.
Close.
Well, you are in pretend Denmark, so.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Nyhavn.
Is that sorry, go on.
Nyhavn.
Is that the Denmarkian flag?
It is.
You learn something new every day.
It's Copenhagen.
Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen.
Not right now, I guess.
Mm. Is that the one with the Little Mermaid thing? Ah, I know something.
I'm impressed.
Angie says she's an idiot when she's been drinking. Maybe we could get her to do a live stream imbibing session.
Yes. I haven't had a drink for such a long time. I actually don't do much drinking.
I haven't drunk in about 15 years.
Oh,
other than a sip of vodka and Coke to annoy my daughter.
Oh.
It's been about 15 hours for me.
I went to the pub just before they closed them all, like a couple of days before. I just went shopping and just fancied a pint. And there's like me and the landlord in there. Because I think we sort of all sensed it was coming on the cards. I thought, oh, I'll just go for a pint. So I had a pleasant pint. But yeah, I used to have a drink all over the house, but I never drank any of it. I had to eventually throw all of it away. Because drinking, say, on your own, it's a young man's game. It was for me at least. I didn't enjoy it, so I stopped doing it. Yeah, but if you're like if you're out in a pub, socializing or whatever, you sort of get a taste for it, and one leads to four. But yeah, I don't do that very often.
Hi, Global Mom.
I've been playing in bars since I was 18 years old, so I've always been around it.
Ah. Have you done many brothels?
Not that I know of. I don't know what goes on in the back rooms.
Yeah, eyes on the guitar.
Which kind of places have you?
A lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, and in 1993, I played in Carnegie Hall in Connie France's orchestra.
Wow, that must have taken a lot of practice.
Well, yeah.
Well, you know the old saying, don't you?
Oh, we had to ask directions when we got close to it. It's like, where is it? I don't know, 56th Street, 58th Street. It's like, well, ask somebody. And the guy could see that I was struggling to not set myself up for the joke. I was like,
yeah.
What's the address of where, every way Dude was smirking at me.
Excellent.
And you did play at a wedding? Right? Yeah.
Oh, I've played at many weddings.
Oh, more than one. Okay. Sort of music. The bride and groom decide?
Sometimes they'll pick out one particular. Other than that, it's usually just up to me. Classical music and light standards.
And they must do one for the reception, like the bride and groom have a dance.
That's usually they have a whole band or a DJ right. These days for that.
Oh, you're more delicate mood setting.
And such, yes.
Mm.
Oh,
nice.
Somebody wants to go here. Ow.
You do sessions?
Yeah, I have. Oh, I did a couple of soundtracks for. I did one for the History Channel. Ooh. When they did a program for raising the monitor, which is in the American Civil War. There was an ironclad battle, the Monitor and the Merrimack, and the Monitor was sunk. And they did a whole. There's been a thing to restore it and raise it up and put it in a museum. So they had a show about that, and I did the soundtrack music for that, Civil War sounding stuff. And I did one for MSNBC when they did a thing called Inmate Diaries. So I did like bluesy sounding stuff because it was interviews with prisoners and things. So I had that. And that was it. Just 2 cable television contracts. Ooh. Most everything else is bars and restaurants and weddings. And maybe a brothel.
Do you play the harmonica?
Oh, yeah. When I was younger, I was in a band. That's all we did was play the harmonica full time. Doing a lot of like rock and roll that had harmonicas in it. Like Rolling Stones' Miss You. I had a feature harmonica solo in it.
Yeah. Get those reeds to bend.
Yeah, well, I got a whole box full.
Different letters.
Yeah.
I've got a few knocking around somewhere. I came across them the other day. Yeah, because it's an easy instrument to pick up, basically. Well, relatively speaking, anyway. I think. Yeah, so I started off on harmonica myself. Then, oh, go on. No, go on, Lynn.
Never really understood the meaning.
You never understood the meaning of harmonica.
What do you use it for? How does it fit in?
You know what a harmonica is?
I know.
What is it?
Herman.
Where'd you put it?
Between your hands.
Depends how you get it.
No, that's not a harmonica.
Oh.
See, I thought there was some confusion. That's a
Yeah.
that's. I think you're thinking maybe of an accordion.
Harmonica's like.
Yes, a mouth organ.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah. Never,
Yes.
Never mind. I didn't.
Yeah.
I said nothing. No.
No, I just thought there was a misunderstanding there.
Because it's called that in Danish. The
A squeeze box type thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's an accordion. In Britain, yes, if I'm right, yes. Yeah, I bought oh god, because you get diatonic and chromatic harmonicas. I bought the chromatic one, really expensive at the time. I think it was about £15. They must be about £50 each if they're anything these days.
I have a couple of nice chromatics.
Mm.
I kind of outgrew the stuff that I was doing with the rock band. I was playing with blues bands too, but I wanted to do something that was actually a little bit more, I don't know, musically intelligent.
Although you get some a couple of well-known harmonica players who like really take the instrument to its limits.
Yeah, I've been playing jazz with it.
Mm.
The different kind.
Over to you, Mr. Shadow Kitty.
Was that? Oh, over to me? Yeah, there's the basic ones, which just give you the note and the scale. And then the chromatic ones, they have a slider button that gives you every single note. And when you start getting into the chromatics, they're pretty much as difficult to play as, say, the flute, because you have to remember a lot of stuff. You really have to understand your music to do that. Whereas with the little blues harmonicas, you don't have to really know a whole lot of theoretical stuff.
Oh, I just sucked and blowed.
That's all there is to it.
Well, yeah. You just got to do it in the right order.
Yeah, you just suck and blow. Okay.
Yeah. Move it up and down. Although I did a bit of tonguing, as they call it, which is to block off holes in the harmonica when you're sucking and blowing. Well, mostly sucking, I think. But well, there are various techniques, but I think tonguing is the one I used.
Yeah, I was never very good at the tongue thing. I do the pucker version.
Oh, right. Yeah. You can sort of narrow your lips in order to get in the right hole. Yeah.
Like you're sucking a joint.
Oh, don't. Oh. I haven't had any since Christmas.
Oh no. Yeah, Dave kind of looks serious. Right, Cat? Come on, Dave. Ask some questions.
Oh, I'm going to ask Dave a question.
Go on.
Who do you look like?
Who do I look like?
Yes.
Nobody that I know.
To me, you look a little bit like Mel Smith.
I might be since my hair started receding a bit.
You've always, well, like occasionally, like especially when you're a see-through, it's like, oh, he looks a bit like Dave Smith. Mel Smith. He's a British comedian for the rest of years, but yeah.
I look like Colonel Sanders.
No, you look damned handsome to me, young man.
Oh, thank you.
You look like a jazz player.
Oh,
I thought jazz players had to have the little soul thing.
Oh, what's it? Sometimes it's called
the-
an imperial, I believe.
that thing.
Yeah. A soul patch or imperial.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. We're going for a walk.
Going through my living room. What? Oh, my wife doesn't want me to show you the house. They already know the carpet hasn't been vacuumed in a month. I was looking for my beret to really complete the jazz ensemble.
Yes.
I can get it.
Yeah, go ahead, get the beret.
I used to wear a
Here,
beret.
meet
in
my
my
wife.
youth.
Hello.
Oh, very brief, very brief. Mrs. Shadow Kitty.
Ooh, wrong button.
Nope, we just lost Dave.
No, I need you to cough and press the wrong button.
Oh, damn, he's back.
Oh, yeah. Nearly been going for an hour.
It doesn't feel like.
Yay. No, it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
What were you expecting?
I expected
Funny, but-
horrors. I don't know, but I was expecting far worse. So this is
Expecting forwards.
yes, it was okay.
What I want to know is where your warp twisted mind has got to go to come up with things like that.
I think we should pass over this this subject. Oh, Mr. Shadow Kitty looks familiar to me, but I doubt I've seen him in person.
I thought at certain angles he looks a bit like Chris,
Chris? Which Chris?
my Daily Atheist.
Yes, you're right. But I think Mr. Shadow Kitty's thinner.
He is. And it's not. It's just certain angles. It looks like it. It's not. If you actually look at him straight on, he doesn't look like him.
Okay, straight on. Profile.
He looked like the Queen in profile.
Oh,
So, is there any musical instrument that you've tried and you thought, "Fuck this, I can't do this"?
Drums.
Say again.
Drums.
Drums.
Sound like a man falling down a flight of stairs.
you can't paradiddle.
What?
You can't paradiddle.
I'm okay just having a set of sticks in my hands, but when you have to like have one leg doing one thing and another leg, there's too many appendages involved.
Yeah. Mind you, don't you use a bit of footwork on the piano or for soft?
Yeah, every once in a while you
It's
step
in
on
sync, isn't
something.
The piano is very in sync with your hands and feet, whereas the drums you basically have to control them all independently.
Yeah, your left foot has to do one rhythm while your right foot does another rhythm while your hands are doing something else entirely.
No, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine me having enough control of anything to do the drums. I can do a drum.
Yeah.
Not letting it like I'm thinking of.
Dave, are you saying that you don't know what a paradiddle is?
I have absolutely no idea what a paradiddle is.
So you don't even know what a diddle is then?
Is that not what Catholic priests do?
You could be right. You could be right. Well, I think it's a diddle. A paradiddle is like a diddle, only more so.
That's
Oh, but well done, Angie. Well done. Like it.
You know what? Just-
Oh. End now or
I have no place to go.
me neither. Apart
What do
from letting the dog.
What do you say, Dave?
I don't mind.
Oh, I say end it now.
I could certainly do it going to the loo, which is the only reason I'd say end
But,
it.
but you know, I mean, I'm willing to stay on. I was just, you know,
I don't mind.
it's like end it on a high.
Then we need to get high.
Hey, oh, don't. Oh. Plus, always leave them wanting more. Ah, there is that. So, seeing as I've spoken so much, I'm going to shut up and let you lot speak. Although,
Ask more questions about your thing,
what thing?
your video,
Which video?
the last one.
Oh,
Something.
you mean the meaning of oh God, what is it? The analysis of the meaning of life. That one.
Is that what it was called?
No, it's called. No, that's not what it's called. That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
Yes.
And can you tell us your motivation?
I had these sort of figures, and I took lots of photographs, and I was a bit bored. I was thinking, oh, I could stick them together and make them move. Yeah, that was it, really.
And
Oh, somebody's watched it. Thank God.
yeah, I did.
Oh, excellent. You left the
I saw it.
download.
I saw it. I saw it twice.
Oh, excellent. So good. Everybody should go out and see it.
Yeah. What spookies?
Unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very unexpected.
Yeah.
Morten said, Spooky did a video.
Yeah, although I have to say, PO from PO Channel 2 actually stuck it together. I just took the photographs and whatnot, and he actually made it into a film. So, you know, thank you, PO Channel 2. I should really give him credit or something, because no, I don't want to be associated with it. Okay. I'm surprised because he's got the Captain Pugwash theme tune, and I looked it up, and it is copyrighted. I'm thinking, oh shit, that's gonna that's not gonna be a good thing. Although it's based on a like old folk tune, that version of it is actually copyrighted in some way, shape, or form. I don't understand musical copyright, but I think I should have said something in the description. I wasn't going. Well, I had it ready for months, and then I just left it. And then when MathPig said, "Oh yeah, we know you have this one video about. Oh yeah, we know we've got." So, well, actually, I'm going to release another video after the stream's finished. I thought, yeah, what? Like for maximum impact. Yeah. So I just like turned it from private to public or whatnot, and then yes, I've had 75 views on it. Woohoo!
Oh, Angie's Godzilla video.
Oh, oh,
The music police.
yes. I think, yeah, I haven't been struck yet or whatever because I'm just it's so underground. Yes, it hasn't made a blip.
Corona. Oh.
Yes, but I did cover my mouth.
Oh, that's why it sounded like you had flour or something.
Oh, right. Yeah. I tried my best to mute, but I only got to my hand to my mouth.
Oh shit!
What?
Globo Mum's latest video got claimed.
Oh.
How long was the video movie clip?
Oh, movie clips. Oh, I thought clips were okay.
No.
Well, if it under a certain length at least.
Okay, no. Technically,
Go on.
Technically, the rules are this: if you are not providing commentary on the clip, it is against the rules.
Seems a bit harsh.
So yeah. Yeah, criticism is fine. But if you're using that as a, you're using it as a something as to say to make a point in your movie, in your video. Technically, it's not allowed. Now, some movie companies are kind and don't want to go after people if they use small clips. But basically, if you're doing stuff on YouTube, if you're not actively commenting on the content you are showing, you don't have a leg to stand on.
You have to comment on it, saying, or can you pause and talk?
You can pause and talk. But again, you would be seen if you showed 10 minutes of something and then spent 20 seconds commenting on it and then showed another 10 minutes, you'd get kicked for that.
Yeah, what's the limit? It's like 30 seconds at a time or something?
There is no limit, I don't think. There was for music, but I can't remember where. That seems to have gone out the window at some point. But I don't really know where fair use stands. If there's no, it's gone. It's everything I did know has changed.
Oh.
It was back. Everything I knew was early 2000s. It's not even that the laws changed, it's the acceptable use has changed. I don't know. I wish Google would just buy the music industry.
Yeah.
Well, it turns quite a lot.
So again, no. At the point at which it was an option, it would have cost them about $6 billion to basically for the entire music industry.
Mm-hmm.
Found a lot for Google.
No, this is it in terms of the scale of what they had. But it's interesting. We were on the coattails. I worked for a company called On Demand Distribution, owned by Peter Gabriel.
Ooh, I've heard of him.
Have you?
Yes.
I would hope so.
Is he?
Do you know a band called Genesis?
Oh, yeah.
He was. I'm going to forget what he was. Was he the drummer?
No, he was the singer. You're thinking of Phil Collins.
You're right. Phil Collins was the drummer. Right.
He basically, he was the original singer and then left to form his own thing, and then Phil Collins took over Genesis. Phew. Yes, but Peter Gabriel. Oh yes, he whacked out some good tunes.
Sledgehammer.
Yes.
Now I know.
And my favourites like Salisbury Hill.
Right. So I worked for him, and we, the company On Demand Distribution, we were the first legal music distribution online.
Oh.
We negotiated the first contracts with every music company to distribute their music online. We're basically destroyed by Apple because we negotiated. It took us 3 years to negotiate the contracts, and because we worked it all out, Apple was able to come in and do it in days because they basically used the same contracts. So, and they had a better bargaining position than we did because they were releasing it to so many devices. But we were backed by Microsoft. We had several million in investment from Microsoft because we were using their stuff to do it. So that was fun. I forgot why I was telling you this story. Oh, it was copyright. Yeah. That was. I mean, we were doing that when Napster was still active.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Yes, I remember them.
I use LimeWire.
We've had a situation in New Jersey with live music that unless you pay a licensing fee to either ASCAP or BMI, I forget what it is, that you can be in trouble for having performers performing other people's music.
Yeah.
Wow. So just cover versions and you're buggered.
They own the music. What would you, as someone in the industry on that side of it, how long would you have copyright last?
I don't know too much about copyright laws.
Right now, if you write something,
I believe it's
get the life of 70 years.
Yeah, 70. I've heard 70 years. Or
Yeah, wasn't it 50? But did what's his face? Cliff Richard have something to do with it?
Copyright has been extended every time Disney's characters are about to come out of copyright. Not that I'm saying that.
I'm sorry. It used to be shorter, and Paul McCartney didn't renew his own early works, and they ended up being up for sale. And Michael Jackson bought a lot of Paul McCartney material.
Well, that's something to do with when they made Apple Core, or they did something weird with the music rights, didn't they?
And Paul McCartney had also bought up a lot of music rights too. So while he lost the rights to his own material, he owns the rights to, I think it's like the Indiana fight song, because they just buy stuff up. The stuff I wrote for the soundtracks, I just signed it over. I wavered any, that belongs to them now. So I never, as soon as I turned it in, I lost the rights to my material.
I think there has to be a reckoning at some point, because the music industry and the software industry cannot coexist under the same copyright together. If you were to treat software as you would treat a song you were playing on the radio, and paying for every play, people would do their nut. Although saying that, they're trying to go down that route. Saying that, they really are, with pay to play on lots of software. It's not good. I think you need reasonable protection that people can make a living off something. I don't see why.
why can't you just use? It's credits for the artist.
Yeah, but,
I like a shout out. If you put something in the description.
it doesn't justify the expense of the work if that's all they're getting.
Hello, purple rhymes with orange.
Oh, purple. Hello.
Purple. Wasn't it when an artist died, there has... Ugh. Blah. Yeah, let me start over. When an artist dies, has to why can't I explain that?
What happens when an artist dies, Linda?
There has a period of 70 years has to go.
I think
Sometimes it goes into an estate. I think Jimi Hendrix's family owns all his works now, so they can only authorize the release of stuff. The same with the descendants of the blues singer Robert Johnson. So that all that's licensed, all that's property of the family.
They are pushing. There is a group pushing for eternal copyright.
wow.
Which I think would be massively to the detriment of society.
And I believe Yoko Ono has all the rights to the John Lennon material, and that's why one of John Lennon's songs or a Beatles song or something was used in, I believe it was a Nike commercial, a shoes commercial. So for a while you were seeing all these commercials that were using John Lennon music.
Hello, Randy.
Oh, Randy, hi.
Well, I knew Randy when he was just Casey. Yep. Yep.
How did you
Huh?
find? How did you find this community, Spooky?
How did I find this community? I think I was going through YouTube and asking, conspiracy theories. And I went through all the conspiracy theories, and then I went to debunking conspiracy theories, and I went through all that, and then I was like, oh God. And sort of I just came upon arguments for and against God, like so AXP.
Were you an atheist before?
What?
Were you a theist?
Well, I grew up Catholic, but obviously in the UK, whereas it's not a big deal. I was so very lackadaisical Catholic, and actually, yeah, it was these YouTube videos that made me think, well, oh gosh, yeah, I guess I am an atheist. Like, seeing as you hear all the arguments for and against, and there's like a preponderance of logic on one side. Yeah, and here I am. But it was a very simple transition. It wasn't a big like emotional upset, because it's different in America than it is over here, in it.
Yes, very much so.
Very much so. Like I say, I was brought up Catholic, went to Catholic schools and all that, and but it was very unthinking. Sort of, it was like, oh, that's the way it is, until you realize, oh, That isn't the way it actually is.
It was an odd one. I wish I could remember more, to be quite honest.
About his deconversion, I believe.
I'm not even convinced I had a deconversion.
Mm.
The bits I remember, I was talking about this a few days ago. The bits I remember are searching for God, wanting there to be a God, and searching for one.
Mm.
In my probably early teens. I have no memory of ever believing in one, but I'm sure I must have done.
Well, yeah.
I went through a thing in my early teens. But that was the early 70s, and like Jesus Christ Superstar was becoming a big hit. And so it's the whole hippie Jesus movement.
Mm.
It's interesting when you're like 15 years old. It's like, oh, this is really cool.
Mm.
Maya.
Oh, hello, Maya.
Maya?
Why the hell are you so late?
How rude are you?
Something with YouTube and.
Mm.
I forgive her.
You forgive her?
I do. For being so
Yeah.
late.
You don't think there should be groveling and recompense first?
Can't be mad at.
Well, she did have advance warning. I did tell her about it yesterday.
So you told her?
I did.
Ooh.
I did. I told her.
I told Renee, and she's not here. Maybe she.
Actually, I haven't seen much of Renee about lately. Actually. Ah.
Also sick.
Oh.
I've been a busy in Discord private.
Oh, have you? Oh.
Yeah.
Lots of private chats for Linda.
Yeah,
Who else you been?
yeah.
Who else you been talking to?
Who?
Have you? Oh, have you?
Not talking, writing.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah. DMs. What should I watch?
Watch my video.
I did.
Watch it again.
Oh, okay. I'll watch it after this.
12 hours of critical questions.
Oh my god.
Somebody hit the thumbs down button.
That was me.
Oh no.
That's my first thought, because you admitted to it earlier in another show.
No, that wasn't me. I lied. It wasn't me. It was someone else. I'll hit the thumbs down now. Where are you? It's all interaction. It's all good.
Yep, that's
Soul
thumbs up.
destroying to people.
Hmm?
It's soul destroying to people.
It is. It is. Actually, I've closed the moving picture, so I can't hit it. I can't hit either of them. I'll have to hit it later. I'll write a critical comment.
You got me thinking about what conspiracy theories I've ever bought into, and the only one that I can think of that comes to mind is there was a whole thing about the Trilateral Commission and the Illuminati. And after a while, I realized that whoever's telling me this stuff has no idea what they're talking about, so I'll never be able to get to the truth. So screw it.
I don't understand some of the leaps that are made.
The thumbs down is actually an Aussie thumbs up.
But are there any Aussies here?
good. You have 14 people in here.
Wow.
Woo! That's 3 people.
It is. And I did notice as I was atting Maya, Math Pig's name popped up, but I didn't actually see him in the chat.
He was in
He's-
first thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's listening in.
that'll
He's
explain
gone
it then.
away. I bet you. He's on
Because
another
He
stream.
was getting
I wouldn't be surprised. He's a busy
attacked
fella.
by a cousin or something.
Oh, he's got Aaron Raw on Sunday, I believe.
He does.
I know. I've heard of him.
Have you?
Yeah, Math Pig is famous.
Are you going to come into the after party?
You what?
You're going to go in the after party?
Well, I see. I think it'd be so popular that a load of people would want to go on, and all I would do is like, Aaron, nice, I couldn't sort of contribute very much. So I think, I mean, I'd love to like be there, but I think it'd be just so popular, and I'd contribute so little that yeah, you can only fit so many people on, can't you? So I won't. It's not like me and Aaron, old buddies or something. Although he's probably a big fan of mine, I'd
You
imagine.
think he's a big fan of yours?
I'd imagine so. You could ask him. You could ask him for me.
I'm not a mod anywhere that he frequents. So he won't have ever heard of me. I've watched some very good videos recently where people have been very complimentary about me.
Have you? Oh.
Yes. You see what Shannon said?
No. Oh, yes. Oh, something about you being really good, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, or something. Yeah. Oh, he's the best mod.
Yeah, the best.
I didn't get a big head.
Yawn. Yeah. I did see I did see something along those lines. Where did she say that?
What?
Where did you...
Nevermore's Tavern. Jace.
Right.
Yeah, the stream we went to.
I'm developing a memory. Yes, it's slowly coming back.
And we went to another stream where Dave wasn't a mod. And we shouldn't have said it because then he became a mod.
Yes. So I didn't know that person either. Who was that? Where was that? I think you got me modded. I think Linda got me modded on Black Sofas.
Oh God! See, I mean, how long
I?
have you known Black Sofa?
Oh, at least 5 minutes.
Well, I've known Black Sofa, about 4 years. Oh, that's right. It became a model. That's like fucking hell. No.
Yeah, it was Black Sofa.
My modship was hard earned.
Yeah.
Hard earned, and here you are wandering in. Oh hello. Oh, let's mod him.
I'm sorry, Spooky.
No. It's okay. I'm just slightly bitter.
I know the feeling.
No, it's all good.
Have you ever timed anyone out as a mod?
Yes.
I have only very rarely, only about twice or 3 times, but they really, they really needed it.
Most places, usually Shannon streams. She gets.
Speaking of the devil.
Oh, there you are.
No, not it.
We were asking about you earlier.
Because we missed you.
I didn't miss him.
No, you didn't.
It's because we hang around all the time in the atheist refuge.
When you forget to hang around in my... Only when I write something in there.
Well,
Then I got... attack!
I do. I do have 100 of them, so. Yeah.
It's like there's a country song called "How Can I Miss You If You Won't Go Away."
I might miss you. I need to find out.
Oh, coming up.
Good, because I'm going to burst.
Oh, don't you have your bucket ready?
No.
Oh.
I could drink my glass and then try and fill that up, but I feel that that's going to exacerbate the problem before I finish it.
Yeah.
When I used to be on the road with the blues band, we all had to have our own pee bottle for the van.
Well, you're not allowed to stop.
Yeah, sometimes you'd be stuck on an interstate in traffic, and it's like, oh, we've gone like 100 feet in the last hour, and you got to have your pee bottle. So there's your TMI story for the day.
People. Oh. And on that note, say goodbye.
Phew, at last.
Thank you all for coming.
Yes.
Thank
Now
you,
doorknob heads.
Spook.
Sorry. Now doorknob said here. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Doorknob heads here. We're out.
Let's go.
We're
out.
Well, thank you, Spooky, for joining me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Always. And Mr. Shadow Kitty, thank you so much for letting
Thank
me...
you very much. I had a wonderful time having a good sit down with you all. It's nice getting to know you.
Next time I'll let you speak more.
And thank you all in the chat.
Bye, chatters.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Guess I'll
All right,
see
so
you
next week, the same time, maybe?
Yeah. It's a date.
Good. It's a date.
It's a date.
Can you afford me?
Bye, everybody.
I'm
Bye.
waving. I'm waving.